But first off, it's time for the most important part of the week. It is, of course, the Indie of the Week.
Yay.
And this week's Indie of the Week is Via Ludibunda.
Which I thought was an amazing name. And not the name of a politician's sex party in Italy. No,
well, I mean, it's not a million miles away.
Berlusconi. Gone but not forgotten.
Not a million miles away from that. But it's a very small little fantasy range.
Ooh.
Now, they have a host of various flavors, as you can see down here. Some are bigger than others. We'll just have a gentle meander through them. It's not one particular sculptor working with them. They get different sculptors in. So you have, for example, the Pirate Goblin crew, which are absolutely adorable. And have been sculpted by none other than the Goblin Master himself.
The Goblin Master.
Kev Adams. I mean, anybody who wants to get their hands on some wacky-looking Kev-based piratey goblin types.
Proper classic-looking goblins.
Look, you can put them on your Blood and Plunder table and really annoy all the very historical players. That one's got a peg leg.
Are you not in Tortuga in 18 whatever? There were goblins everywhere.
It's got to be
Goblin Army showed up.
Yeah.
Got to be Gobtuga.
Yeah.
Gobtuga.
If we have a look at...
That's now going to be a board game, Justin, called Gobtuga, where you play as goblin pirates. Yeah. So.
I will accept a 5% commission.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking stuff. That's Jark Spirou, the Goblin Pirate Captain.
Very good. Yep.
Yep. I like that he does actually have the proper, 18th...
Oh yeah,
no, late 17th, 18th century coat with the lacing and stuff on the turnbacks, which means you can go for really bright pop. I mean, lots of people do goblins as grungy and dark. Just go, nah, not today, Mr.
Bright
Man.
Poppy goblins.
Bright poppy goblins.
These goblins have gold.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in piracy if you're not going to spend it on looking fashionable.
True.
The Goblin Lieutenant is particularly nice with both his hook hand, his chicken on his shoulder, and more importantly, he has a duckfoot musket. If you're unaware of a duckfoot,
they are terrifying.
Beautiful.
It has multiple barrels, normally around 4, splayed out that fire from a single shot. So when it goes in a volley in all directions in front of you.
Amazing.
When you want to hit nothing in all directions.
That's pretty much it, Shay. Could you imagine dual wielding duck fate?
I mean, it's always that question of you're outnumbered, you're in a fight, and it's just, well, I know I'm going to the hospital, but who's joining me?
In this case, pretty much everybody.
Yeah. These are amazing. I love these.
Yeah, I love Kev's. Kev's work's always good. I'll look at Grog before we move on.
Grog is my favorite.
Oh, so cool. Oh, he's even got a multi-barrel gun as well.
He's got multi-barrel. I can't remember the name of it, but it was essentially it's a revolver. So once you fire, you turn it, reprime the pan, and so you can load 4 up, but you just have to reload your fire multiple times.
See, it reminds me of one of the strangest revolvers I ever saw. It was a French one where it was a revolver, but it was a revolver with revolver barrels on its original revolver. So it had 7 or 8 barrels or revolver sets, 6 each. And then you would fire your 6, then rotate the next one in and have another 6 ready. It was absolutely mental looking.
Way to do
That's
it.
the French.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's going to beat the revolver shotgun called the Lady Defender. If you've not seen that, I suggest you have a look for that online. Nobody is ever wielding that one-handed, and certainly not a lady is going to keep that in her purse. So nice little set of pirate goblins. Also, it does say underneath who makes most of the stuff. Some of the older ranges, the sculptor's not attributed, but it's nice to see because you spot things and then you go, oh, they're nice. Where do they come from? Who did those? As I am wont to do. And then I go off on a little sojourn through the internet to find out what else they've done. And in some cases, I mean, you'll see things later on that we've come across the sculptors before working for other people.
Yeah.
So these are from
Jerry,
Tim.
Because they're metal, Jerry will buy them to continue his load testing experiment for his attic.
Yep. It's good times. So what do you need to put up against your goblin pirates? Skelly Bob Pirates, and these come via Tim Prow of Die Hard.
Great sculptor.
Yeah, Die Hard fame. And they are, again, really nice, solid sculpts. These ones, I allow you to be a bit more dingy and dirty. They are, after all, dead. They probably don't take as much care of themselves as they should. I love that grin.
I'd paint them wet, as if they've just come out of like Davy Jones's locker.
You can hang like seaweed off them.
Yeah, lots of seaweed. Yeah, seaweed. That'd be cool.
I will say, a lot of times skeleton sculpts can be very emotionless, generic. These actually have a bit of flavor to them. They actually, well, this guy looks a little bit sassy. The only way to describe.
That's one way of putting it.
They're all very happy in themselves. Look at the grins on them all.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Sassy Skellington. Yeah.
I died and I get to live forever with my gun. Yay!
Or my cleaver.
Cookie.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
They all have very fantastic names as well, which I thought was quite nice.
Yes. Yeah. well, that's another old school styling. So Edward Teeth. I mean, it's a bit like, but not quite, isn't it? Though. That's what happens when
hide.
That is what happens when you put fuses in your beard, though. You're going to end up losing all of the beard whiskers and most of the flesh off your face.
Very true. Yeah. Those are really cool. I like those. Lots of detail. Really nice. It looks like most of them are one piece as well, which is good.
Yes. Yeah. Moving away from piracy on the high seas, we have some generic heroes. And these are, I think, are these unattributed ones? Yeah, these are the unattributed ones. So I don't know if these are some of the earlier stuff or where it cropped up from.
Lawful stupid.
I wonder if this one has the little bald spot on it to hide having syphilis.
Tonsor.
Yeah.
No, it does not. Unfortunate.
He's got more like a Norman bull cut on him.
Yeah.
Although, like all good clerics, doesn't use edge weapons because you're not allowed to draw blood. But I mean, with that flange,
smash your bones.
Look at that flange mace. There won't be much left at the end of that.
No.
If you turn it into a formerly human-shaped meat bag, it works.
It's certainly a way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nope.
Very nice.
Back from there.
Very cool.
Very clean like lines on the sculpts as well. I like just how crisp they are.
I suppose it depends on your sculptor in question, because some have very specific styles. I mean, our barbarian, classic barbarian type, he's got a bit of armor on, or at least something strapped across his chest. Who knows?
Looks like the hero from an 80s, 90s TV show, which is probably a good thing.
Looks like one of the barbarian twins.
Well, buy two and then you can have the barbarian twins.
Yeah. You just spend your time arguing over who gets the axe and who gets the sword. I want the axe. No. Give me back the sword. Another one for the kids there, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
An elf with knives.
Filthy, racist elf about to skin somebody up. But again, nice. I mean, the nice thing about these are there's nothing tying them to a specific period, game, or setting. They are just nice, crisp, fantasy, classic-looking sculpts.
Mm-hmm.
He could quite happily go in the front rank of Scarlocks with elf archers and wouldn't look completely out of place.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't already have two commands for Scarlocks. Front row's getting very, very full for Scarlocks archers in my army, I'm just saying.
A lot of people jostling for command.
A lot of people. A lot of twins in that unit. Twins and triplets.
Wild Lara.
A female rogue. Which
locking butlers in the fridge for generation.
That could be it. Very much so.
I will assume the middle name is Croft.
She's certainly got a cleft. Anyway.
Oh, dear. Nice generic wizard.
Yeah.
Which are always good because I feel wizards and necromancers and the like often get overdone sometimes. And trying to find one where you can just go, well, he is without being absolutely cluttered with other bits and pieces.
Yeah, he is magic-y without being themed to being a chronomancer of the third order.
Well, yeah, because most of the time when there is, that is where you're going to see real delineation. When somebody has made a wizard for a game, then they, more than anything else, tend to be really done to the nines. I like him because with a black robe, he could easily be a necromancer. A nice red robe, he could be Raistlin. It's up to you. We have our hardy jugger, a little apprentice stabber. Stabby. Not to be confused with a little bow welding halfling.
Little boy.
Oh.
Tiny, doesn't even fill the screen.
Does he fire toothpicks?
The jugger feels just like a waif that has been picked up on the roadside.
Yeah.
Could be. I like to imagine it's a salute to the Juggers, the Rukahar film.
Ah, okay.
It won't be, because that's a completely different genre, but it means I get to say salute to.
Anything to make your day brighter, Jerry?
Yep, very much so. That's something you don't see a lot of. Polearm-based wielding peoples, specifically. That's sort of the Naginata style as well.
It's normally because in D&D, anything that's an exotic weapon is usually pretty awful.
Well, yeah, there is that. Better off with a 10-foot laser pole.
Yeah.
There's a little half-orc doing his half-orcly goodness. We shall move away from the Norks and have a quick look. Dwarves are relatively slim.
Dwarfs.
So
Love a good
do those
dwarf.
first. And I believe these come courtesy of...
Swordy, spiky, and
Shooty. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think these are all Mark Evans, who does the
wow.
fantasy and a lot of stuff for Crooked Dice, I think. I can scroll down and find out, actually, to be brutally honest.
Very classic Citadel looking dwarves.
Like nice studded armor.
The studded armor is a nice touch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally when you see a dwarf, it's always going to be like heavy chainmail they in.
Yeah.
Or like full plate.
These are your city guard types.
Yeah.
They don't get up too much, don't wander around a lot, get really annoyed when somebody wakes them up.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, in our current D&D campaign, we just blew up a dwarf city on accident.
Wow.
Nice.
Harsh.
Why would you blow one up by accident? Or
When
when you say on accident, do you mean purpose? You did it deliberately?
No.
And you're just telling people it was an accident?
No. The elemental core got very annoyed with my character after he punched it.
Oh.
For reasons.
Filthy reasons. I like him. Who is it? Oh, nope. That one's... Oh, then these could be somebody different. Yeah, Mark Evans did.
So Mark Evans has done most of them, but then that's a different one.
That's another. I can't read that with my eyes from where I live.
Madrin Villette.
Well done. That's somebody to go looking for later on, and I will, because I'm me. But yeah, I'll crack open these last couple. We'll just have a quick look. You've got a couple of human types, sort of more guard types, and again, classic / generic.
I like to think that
fighter.
he got his helmet put on and he can't take it off.
Can't get it
it's
off.
It's actually just stuck.
Like
he's actually screaming eternally in that helmet.
all
Mananan from Knights of Dark Renown.
Yeah.
He refused to go through the portal, and therefore he's trapped inside his armor, slowly being choked by his own beard. It's a great book. Absolute classic. The elves, we have a few regular type elves with bows, clever elf with a stick to keep people far away.
Yeah.
Again, looking very racist, as all elves do. It's got that haughty look in its eyes that it's seen worse things, but not often, and only on the bottom of its shoe.
Yeah. These look like they might be two-part in some of them.
Well, they could be, but yeah.
Basic archer. It does feel like this is just covering all of your basics for any of your fantasy stuff.
Yeah. Which is good. Yeah.
It's nice to have somebody you can just go for the basics.
We have fungus.
Wow. It's the Primarch of Wargaming minis.
Everybody likes a good fungus monster. I know Warren's a fan of the shroomage.
He's such a fun guy.
He is. Puffball.
Those are really nice. I could see these as classic horrors as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You paint them up in sort of blues and pinks and stuff.
Don't get enough fungus creatures throwing puffballs as sort of blast damage weapons, do you?
Yeah.
People should really do that.
With us doing the Dune week next week, something like this would be a great monster to add in as your horrors.
Oh, don't worry. There's plenty of things that these could drop into for the Doomed, whether horrors or minions or friends of friends.
Please stop saying horror or Doomed in my presence. I'm getting flashback.
PTSD, Shay?
Just to roll a double.
Shock test, Shay. Shock test.
Oh, I love this. It's a very different take on a big ogre.
Mm.
It's what
Again, as if he's been
Yargark.
to the ringer a little bit. Yeah.
But it's the fact it's a big hairy beastie type.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of a Yeti meets
Mm-hmm.
ogre. So it's got that monstrous look without just being a big fat human.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
nice and different. Because those are always good for laugh.
Mm.
Got like a Nordic bent to it, which I
A
quite
little
like.
bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the miniature lines that
Nice
they
little selection
have.
of stuff, yeah.
They're obviously a store that has a whole host of various other bits and pieces that you can grab.
Mhm.
They are on the continent. So if you're in the UK, you may have, sorry, let me rephrase that. If you're in Great Britain, Brexit, you may have import duties. We won't Northern Ireland, obviously, because we're great. But if you're after
Rest of
something
it,
a little bit different, it's a nice little bespoke range. Hopefully they'll keep adding to it. We'll see more coming from them in the future. But yeah, I'm not sure where exactly they live. France, there we go. France just says there.
Oh, so it's not an Italian
No, it's not. It's
lover
not Bunga
party.
Bunga party. No,
No.
don't worry about that. Right. While Ben goes off and has to lie down and tries not to think about those parties, we're going to take a look at the news.